Hey everybody, it's Jim here, and today we're going to be talking about this made in Japan 1994 Orville Les Paul Standard LPS 75. Now, if you follow the channel, we've had a few Orville by Gibsons focused kind of in depth, and now this is the first time we've had one just branded straight up Orville. Some of the differences include this has the Japanese PAF style pickups in it and a poly finish, whereas the Orville by Gibsons have a nitro finish and the American pickups. Now, Orville guitars were made from 1988 to 1998 in the Terada and the Fujigen factories. Obviously, this one is a Fujigen, but it was kind of towards the later end of the cycle because, again, 1994. However, it plays great, and the one thing that stands out to me, it stays in tune better than my Gibson ES339 does, and that kind of drives me bonkers because I much prefer the weight of that guitar to this one, and it's just one of those things where sometimes guitars just have it. This one does. But before I ramble on anymore, let's hear what it sounds like. Alright, where do I start with this guitar? The first thing is the weight. It's a big question when it comes to Les Pauls. Now this one comes in at 9.6 pounds. It's a little heavier than one I would personally pick out if I had known that prior to buying it, but that being said, it's manageable. It's definitely not a bowling ball, but I feel the difference compared to playing the ES339, which is my favorite Gibson electric guitar. The neck is kind of that in-between of the 60 Slim Taper and a little bit of a chunkier size. I really like it. The fretwork on it is fantastic. Even though it's kind of worn a little bit over the years of usage, keep in mind 1994, and this guitar has absolutely been played. There are all sorts of kind of dings and scratches and whatnot that just come along with somebody that actually plays guitar, and people pay big money to the custom shops of both Gibson and Fender to have guitars look like they've been beaten up. This one got it authentically, so I think that's kind of cool. Now obviously I'm no stranger to Orville or made in Japan guitars, so I kind of knew what to expect, but I had been used to having an Orville by Gibsons. I didn't know how big of a quality drop there was going to be getting a regular old Orville, as long as it's not one of the K-Series with the stickers on it. I think you're pretty good after this one. The pickups on this are surprisingly good. I know a lot of people automatically say, yank out the Japanese pickups, they're garbage. They say the same thing with a lot of the Fender Japan stuff, and in the case of the Jazzmaster, I get it because they're not Jazzmaster pickups, but whole different conversation. This guitar sounds awesome as is, and if I was going to be keeping it, I don't think I'd change anything on it, quite frankly. The tuners are great. the whole stability of the guitar is amazing. This stays in tune, like I said in the beginning here, better than my ES339 does that was made in America. And I've tried everything to get that guitar to stay in tune as well as I can. It has improved given the little bits and pieces that I've learned on the internet and as far as having the strings wind upwards, but this guitar just stays in tune. It's almost frustrating to me to see a guitar do it this well with the regular Gibson style headstock on it. Nothing special about it, and it works. So this is kind of an anomaly in that sense. Now, I've had dozens of Japanese Les Pauls from varying brands, and obviously because this one is licensed by Gibson to have been made and manufactured in the first place, this really does nail it. And this gives me something that any of the modern kind of Les Paul style guitars, they don't really give me. If I'm playing one of the modern ESPs, the ones that are available to the American market, a Harley Benton or any other kind of single cut guitar, they're great, but they don't feel like this. This feels like a correct kind of Les Paul should, in that sense, more of a vintage style. Those guitars are a little bit easier to play, generally a lot lighter than these guitars, but there's something about the original design, when it's done right and the quality is good on it, it can be ding to hell. But this guitar is a warrior, and it is a damn fun guitar to play. However, just for the sake of argument, I am going to be filming a silly comparison of this Orville Les Paul Standard versus the Harley Benton SC Deluxe Goto that we just got in about 2 weeks ago at this point, kind of seeing how they sound A to B. However, that's going to be where I'm going to leave you guys today. This guitar is for sale on my website. The link is down below. Save some money compared to Reverb. Other than that, like the video, comment, subscribe. I will see you mañana for another guitar related video. Take it easy, you guys.